Hey guys, welcome back to Infoscope Media TV, and today I'm going to be your host. My name is Confident. Well, I want to welcome you to the very first edition of a new show titled Scoreboard. Here on Scoreboard, we get to meet with different dignitaries and talk to them about their different aspects of life. Dignitaries and people of timber and caliber get to talk to them about different aspects of life, the assignments which they handle, and more like try to compress the journey of people who aspire to be there or to be like them. And today with me, I have, to grace this first show, we have Right Honorable Justice Ifegbo Louis-Maria Zinachi, the Chief Justice, Federal University of Technology, Owerri. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's actually a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. So, Chief Justice, sir, can you please address Nigerian students for just a few seconds? Just say hello to Nigerian students.
Good day, Nigerian students. I still remember my humble self. Right Honorable Justice Ifegbo Louis-Maria Zinachi, the Chief Justice of FUTO High Court and the Chairman, Council of Judiciary, and I'm here today with the Infoscope Media to really pour out the legalities and rights and privileges which are due for Nigerian students, and to also show us to the right directions when it comes to legality and the rest of them.
Okay, sir, so we actually are aware of the fact that nobody just emerges at a position just like that. There are actually processes you need to go through, you do not just, people don't just attain a certain height overnight. So can you tell us about your journey before you became a chief judge? I was made to understand that you actually want a registrar to the chief judge before the last, before you, forgive me for that. Okay, so I actually forgot his name.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Actually, that is very true. We don't really attain heights just like that. I was once a registrar to Right Honorable Justice Awuzu Precious, and I was once an aspirant of the FBA, the FUTO Bar Association president. I was once an IBEC chairman, the Independent Barristers Electoral Commission. I've worked with the FUTO Bar Association ever since 2016, when I was inducted and called to bar as a Nigerian, a FUTO barrister on campus. And since then, we've been, going places. And by God's grace, the last election of the judges came up, and by God's grace, I emerged the chief judge alongside 4 other judges of the FUTO High Court.
Wow. So, was this actually I had someone say, during the FUTO Bar Association alumni held last year, we got to talk to a lot of people, most of the barristers on campus, and somebody was like, it has actually been a dream for her to be in the FBA. I was like, a dream to be in the FBA, and you came to Federal University of Technology, Owerri. So was it actually also a dream for you before you came to FUTO, or
okay,
you found yourself doing it here?
Yeah, thank you for that question. The thing is, FBA is a nice place to be because it teaches you legality. It teaches you to know your rights, be a Nigerian student that can never be intimidated by anybody. That is what we teach in SSPS, that is the SUG School of Paralegal Studies. Like you said, she came to FUTO having a dream and told you that she has a dream of being in FBA. Yes, FUTO is not a school. That is
not actually FBA. She just had this passion for law, legal studies and the rest of them. I was like, then why Federal University of Technology?
Okay, well, FUTO is not a school where law is being studied, actually. But then, the SUG School of Paralegal Studies has made it possible for us to ascertain different certificates and certifications when you come to the FUTO Bar Association. So whenever you know or get yourself entangled with the FUTO Bar Association, a lot of things come to change. A lot of things come to happen. For example, they teach you legality, Latin maxims, legal ethics. The way you dress will change. The way you feel when it comes to discussions and with other people, you will grow a little bit higher than any other of your mates.
Okay, so down to my question, was it actually a dream for you, or you just found yourself doing it?
Okay, okay, sorry I went off a little bit there. Well, FBA wasn't really a dream, because you don't just know about FBO.
So tell us about your journey. Okay, so tell us about your journey.
Okay, I got into FUTO 2015, and then alongside, I wasn't really a political, or I didn't have this leadership skills. I was merited to be in animal science. It has been a dream course, something I wanted to do ever since. So when I got into FUTO, we were just a few of us in animal science. The first election that came was an ISEC election that held in SAT. So the way the election was held, you see people of different calibers who are students with their dressing and everything. So it gave me the joy to, I want to be like these people. I want to dress smart. I want to look as smart as they look. So I started my journey very well. I became director of sports in NDDC Hostel. That was why you actually visited NDDC Hostel first after your inauguration? Not really. Actually, NDDC has been my residing hostel from my 100 level. Okay. So it's been kind of a family to me. So that love for NDDC just supersedes every other hostel, every other aspect of? No, the love I have for Nigerian students is not to be compared with a particular household. I have love for Nigerian students at large, not just NDDC. Let's just accept. Okay, so okay. Sorry for cutting you short. So from there, a lot of things happened. I became the executive vice president of Junior Chambers International, FUTO chapter, FUTO Collegiate chapter. Then I became departmental president of Animal Science and Technology. I went to the national level of Animal Science Association. I became the Eastern Zonal Coordinator of Animal Science National. Came down again, and by God's grace became the legal advisor. That was when I became a barrister in 2016. I was called to be inducted. I became a legal advisor to the governor of NDDC Hostel, Barrister Dr. Eke Chizitere. And from there, we started moving, and here I am now. So just seeing people actually grew your interest, like just seeing people doing this stuff actually grew your interest, like from your 100 level? Yes, I saw good leaders. I saw people who had Nigerian students at heart. I saw Nigerian students who also give what they have to make sure that others grow. You understand? So okay, I took it upon myself. And you felt like you could do this too? Yes, to also follow in that best path. Because even in Junior Chambers International, the last stanza of the JC Creed states clearly that service to humanity is the best work of life, and I believe is what I'm doing right now. All right, thank you so much. So what do you have in store for Nigerian students? I mean, you did not just come here to be a chief judge and after your tenure has expired, you come down. Like, I'm sure you came in with plans to transform the life and standard of living of Nigerian students. So just give us the tip of the iceberg, like a little part of what you have in store for Nigerian students. Okay, well, the truth about the whole matter is that since I became a barrister, we've had a whole lot of tussles and storms in the FBA, that's the FUTO Bar Association. Maybe problems within ourselves and external problems also. So I became the chief judge after a whole long run with the FBA, and I know the problems of FBA and I know the problems of Nigerian students. Most Nigerian students don't even know that the Judiciary Council exists in the school. Exactly. Actually, it is the fourth arm of government after you count the Student Congress, the executive arm, the legislative arm, which is the SRCs, and then the judiciary. So the existence of the judiciary in FUTO is what is meant to bring a kind of liberty and a liberation process to Nigerian students. People who have problems, people who have reports, people who think they have been intimidated in one way or the other can forward their reports or complaints or prayers to the Judiciary Council. So prior to that, we've come a long way when it comes to the judiciary now. By God's grace, the 5th of February, we are installing for the first time in FUTO magistrate courts in all the hostels. We now have 4 courts in all the 7 hostels. We have the Wisdom Chamber, the Magistrate Court of Wisdom. We have the Magistrate Court of Favour, Magistrate Court of Sovereignty, and the Magistrate Court of I think the last one should be. Well, I can't get that right now. Okay. But the thing is, these courts are in the hostels, having their functions starting from today. That is the 5th of this month.
That's actually great.
Yes. So the thing is, the plan is for Nigerian students to lay their complaint. You can be in your hostel and somebody misbehaves with your property. Let's say spoils your property or damages it, and you know that the FUTO constitution totally bans fighting.
So okay, so instead of getting into a fight,
yes,
and causing more harm, you just have to
you bring the case to court, and a civil verdict will be passed on the person, compelling him or her to either provide or replace that particular content. So the Judiciary Council, with the help we've had from the past governments, are ready to get the judiciary up and running.
Okay, so what about students who are off campus? Are they also like an arrangement for them? Can they also visit the magistrate courts, or is there a court set up for them?
Well, actually, for now, FUTO has 2 courts. We have the High Court, which is the highest, the most supreme of them all, and then the Magistrate Court, which is starting up. So if you have a case and you bring it to you can take it into any hostel. You will see the clerk of the hostel. You see the phone numbers of barristers pasted in all the hostels. You see the phone numbers of the clerk of the hostels and the judge in that hostel. But you don't report to the judge directly, sorry, but you report to any barrister who you want him to help you litigate your case. An attorney, if you choose a barrister from there who can help you with your case, you can report through him. Then very soon, the human rights, we have a new society which the FBA is going to form very soon under the judiciary, which is called the Human Rights Society of FUTO. So this Human Rights Society of FUTO will be giving out phone numbers for any call. It doesn't need your presence. If you think you see somebody being molested or somebody being in a way put out of his rights, you can make a phone call, you understand, to bring the law and the security down to that particular place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how accessible is this magistrate court actually going to be? Like, how accessible is it going to be?
Okay.
Like somebody has a situation, especially situations that are not in hostels, okay? Something happens in a lecture hall and you want the court to address it. How do you go about getting to the judiciary? Okay,
yeah, that is a very nice question and I like that. The thing is, these magistrate courts are very accessible in the sense that each hostel you go to has a clerk who you will see the room number and everything, so you can drop off your petition with him. That is one. 2 is that at the SUG Secretariat, there is the High Court and the Chief Justice's office, the office of the judiciary. The windows and doors of that particular office are always open. If you want to come and place any report at any time, you will find somebody there to talk to. Though we are students, yes, we are Nigerian students, but whenever you come and you don't see anybody to talk to, you will see phone numbers at the door, which you can always pick up and make a call immediately, and you'll be answered.
Okay,
and
so
then your case can start up.
Right. So are you actually assuring Nigerian students that free and fair judgments are actually going to be passed? I mean, you guys stand for equity, fairness, and
justice, equity and fairness.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
well,
so how fair are your judgments going to be? Are you? I mean, you know the situation of the country today. We will not say that. We will not overlook that. Okay. Even those high courts, like way above us, still, do some kind of things that we do not understand. So how are you assuring Nigerian students that these courts are actually going to be fair?
Yes. Well, in the FBA anthem, we always say justice, equity, and fairness is what we promise to uphold. And in the oaths of office which we took, we swore to always protect the legal rights of Nigerian students pertaining to the Constitution without any fear or favor of any kind. And I'm promising Nigerian students on behalf of the whole FUTO Bar Association and the Judiciary Council of FUTO that every case will be heard and every verdict will be passed in a manner that will not in any way linked to favoritism or in any fear. Nobody is above the law. Nobody, I repeat, is above the law. The only thing I'm going to tell Nigerian students is make sure you have your constitutions. Make sure you have the SUG constitution, your hostel constitution which you recite, your departmental and faculty constitutions. Go through them and make sure you follow by the law, not to default. Because the Lady Justice is a blindfolded woman who is always ready to strike.
All right, thank you very much. So on that note, we've come to the end of today's edition of Scoreboard. It was really, really nice having you here. Thank you very much. And do well to follow all our social media platforms. I mean, do well to follow all our social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we're still Infoscope Media. And on YouTube, Infoscope Media TV. Don't forget to subscribe. Till I come your way next time, my name is Con.